May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at crude oil. We're looking at crude oil, both US and UK. Let's look at the US first. We're looking at the weekly time frame right now. Why? I want to show you. You see how price broke that low here? We had a swing fail here. What is that? Just didn't swing higher than the previous high. All right. So because we couldn't create a new high, this low becomes the target of liquidity because the only job of a low is to create a new high and vice versa. But when it fails to do its job, it becomes a point of liquidity. And price made its way down here and swept that low, preserving this low. Interesting, isn't it? Now, why did it preserve that low? Is that a protected low? I don't know. We're going to find out in a minute. All right. So as price traded through and closed past that low, you would think we're going for lower prices. What did I tell you a couple of videos ago? How do we know when price the trend is changing? Well, we look for an intermediate or internal break of structure. All right. What's that? What is that exactly? If this is the bearish leg, we're looking for a price to pull back. All right. We're looking for price to retrace. That's the natural progression of things: lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. Each one of these is a retracement. All right. And you expect that to come. So after we make the lower low here, we're looking for a price to retrace. All right. How do you know when the retracement is over? When there's a break of structure, an internal, anything inside this trading range is considered internal. When there's an internal break of structure the other way, that will indicate that the pullback is over and that we can resume the prevailing trend. You understand? So in this case, what do we see? We see when price took out this low here. Let me get a pointer here. All right, let me make that a little bigger. All right, when price created this, let me turn this off. All right, when price uh, traded through that low and closed below it, you would assume lower prices are to come after a retracement. Well, price also created this bearish fair value gap here. All right, we created it here, tested it, had a reaction, but that reaction was muted. It was weak. Uh-oh. That means that the retracement isn't over. All right. We also see that on this past week, price was very bullish and it went past that low on a lower time frame. This is a break of structure, but what we create here, we have the low taken and the high taken. This is a complete engulfment of the previous candle, the previous week. This is a very bullish indication. Okay, what am I looking for this week? I'm looking for price to retrace after we take a high after we created this area of fair value. We're looking for price to come back and test the breakout area. You see this dotted line I have right here? Well, uh, I'm looking. This will be the fair value gap um, validation or invalidation line. All right. What I want to see is a fair value gap form next week. I want to see price not. I don't necessarily want to see price come down. Sorry, I don't want to see price come down here. Uh, I want to see price, wick maybe here, so that we can have a fair value gap. Price could uh, come down and use that fair value gap to make higher prices. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So we're going to watch and see next week if we get the fair value gap to form. Meanwhile, if price closes past this low, then we might go back into chop. We might go into chop city. I don't want to go to chop city. All right. I don't like shopping there. So let's go to the daily. And what am I looking for? All right. Notice again, we have that weekly fair value gap that was invalidated. All right. What does that mean? All right. I look at the flip side. I look at the where is it at? I look at the area of fair value. If I can get it to right, I'm looking for the area of fair value that was created, which is an order block. All right. And price created a bullish fair value gap, a daily fair value gap right here. All right. That is a good sign for me. And then, so if Monday comes down and tests that fair value gap, I'm thinking that it'll give a high probability trade to the upside. That's what I'm looking at. Look, it just broke that. It just broke that high. Once I see that bullish break of structure, hey man, it's all good. All right. We don't have a confirmation for the weekly fair value gap, the one I just finished describing to you, that I'm hoping that we'll see open up like so. All right. For right now, it's just a notion. It's just an idea. But the daily fair value gap, let me tell you something. That's real. That happened. All right. We had that confirmed. And you see how price traded through that swing high? That's when you know things. There's a good chance that this might hold. All right. We had a close above that high, above the high of the range high of this previous candle. So I'm looking for price to uh, maybe take this low and then continue higher to take that high out and hit our draw on liquidity, which is the very next high up. Really, this is a um, this is relative equal highs here, and that's a big draw on price. So I always give it equal highs like that. All right, I'm looking for price to hit that line and maybe come up here and take out the swing high where there's a lot of a lot more um, liquidity above these highs. All right, so boop, boop. This is what I'm looking for. Now, what is my invalidation line? Interesting. Uh, you see how the swing high is? This is the area of the breakout. I'm looking for that to be tested. Once we uh, close, sorry, once we close past this area here, all right, where there is a bullish fair value gap here. Once we close past that, I don't see price continuing higher. I see price coming down to this low, but I need to see price close past that low. All right. If we break this fair value gap, I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it go past here. If I see it, let's see it start seeing the close past here, I will consider my bias uh, changed to bearish. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that that is this area here. So yeah. Uh, once we start getting the close past, let's just call it 70. It's a round number. You know what I'm how I feel about round numbers. We close past $70. Consider the idea done. All right, bad idea. All right, but until then, I'm looking bullish here and I'm looking for buys. I hope you like this video. If you do, leave a like, hit the boost, and let me know so that I can so that the channel can grow. Okay. Also, leave a comment in the comment section and make sure you check this comment section. All right, because I'm always giving updates throughout the week on all of my videos. I leave it in the comment section. All right. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and trade carefully.